Hi, welcome to another video on my pneumatic hand, robotic arm and with controller, gears and the pivot, motor, gears and switch. Last time I thought I had everything working until it turned out that the pivoting didn't work out well. It went so bad that this whole gearing system went wrong, and if you now look at it, and let me try to get it in a good view. You can actually see that the gears are higher than the motor, and then the pivot at the base of the arm. And that, of course, is not the intention. They should be at exactly the same height. So that is one problem. Another problem is that they should not be torted, as you could see last time. So what I have to do is make sure that the way they are constructed on this side will be the same as on the other side. That is the main focus of this video, and as you could see shortly, and I'll refocus on that, if you look here you see that this is not fixed because it doesn't this is not fixed because it doesn't match, so I need to replace this with a longer or shorter one, and this one on this side is still a problem, so I need to fix that too. And if I take this one off, it immediately gets back into shape, but I need to fix that. But first I need to fix the gearbox, which I constructed here, and that unfortunately means that I have to take it completely apart. The parts that I do need are small rings like this, and I have to put them in. So with that I'm going to let me think, I need 3 of those. Oops. So let me see how I can take it apart. It's not easy with this stuff, but at least I can turn it away. This I mean. So I have more or less free hand to do it. I have to get the motor out of the way now. This is one. And yeah, you can hopefully see that I can move the gears totally free without the arm moving, so that says enough. And let me see how I can do that. First take the clamps off. and and then I can rather easily take the complete system off. And then you see. So yeah, putting some rings on, etc. So with the whole gearbox taken apart, the question is, if I put this just like it is, will it fit? And it looks like that it does fit, although not entirely. I have to lift this up. So putting one ring like this, and then I hope it will stay. And alright, this is slightly better. And then with the motor, let me put the motor in place, and that is at the same height. So this construction will work. However, as we noticed, it shifts up, so there has to be a ring on top of it. And then put it all up. And I have to take care. Oops, there it goes. These rings go off very, very easily. So there we go again. On. And then try again with this one, and that should be it. So in theory, and just in theory, it works again. Because I still have to modify the other side, and I guess that will be the same construction as here. So let's see if I have enough parts to do that, because it is 3 of these on both sides, 2 of these, and then a few of these. So let's find out. So I have prepared all parts that I really need for the reconstruction, and before I can put them in place I have to remove this part. So let me take this one off. I remember I found this a very good idea, but as you could see last time, it is not such a good idea after all. And so the big reconstruction can start. Beginning with these, which have to be put in place like this to keep it exactly the same. And these have to be put in place. And then I found out that I have to mirror the other side, of course. So that is another thought. And with this part mirrored and shifted in the good point or the good place, I better start putting these two in the right position first. And then it also becomes clear why I had to mirror this, because this notch has to be exactly in here and this is in the middle of these two lanes. So let's try pushing those in. So these placeholders have been put in place. Now it is, or should be, just a matter of sliding them in. A little bit forward. And that is one. And then this part exactly the same. A notch in place. And it fits maybe a little bit forward. And that's about it for this part reconstruction. And it offers also the opportunity to take a look at this side of the arm, which I usually don't put on video. So you can see that it all is quite narrow here. It works, everything can move freely. That said, with this wire so easily here, and with a connection piece here, I should make sure that there's some barrier here that prevents all tubes and wires from getting there. So that's a good plan. All that matters now is to put these clamps back in place on top. And then last this part. And then it is ready to do another experiment, see if everything works. So let's do that. So with all this reconstruction of the pivot, let's see if the pivot actually holds. So I'm going to start the program. and to my surprise nothing is actually happening. So the question is, the motor runs. That's the point. For some reason the gearbox is out of line. So I think I need to put them back into line. The question is, why is it out of line anyway? Because it was in line. Alright, this is a mystery of reconstruction, which I don't get honestly. On the other hand, it looks like the motor is out of line. Since when I look at the line straight to the pivot wheel, the motor should be relocated. This is odd. So if I look at this way to the gears and the motor, it looks like it's out of center. So what if I move it this way? A little bit more. What does it do now? And lo and behold, the gears have shifted up. So I need 2 more distance rings to put on top of the wheels. Oops. So another reconstruction is necessary, unfortunately. And looking closer to what actually happens, it has a different cause than I initially thought. The problem still is that the gears with this is the level of the motor gear and this is the level of the pivot wheel, then the level of the gear wheels are this. So you have this level and this level again, so they miss each other. The reason that they shift up, that these shift up, is caused by the fact that the forces on these gears are apparently so high that this entire block is coming out, and or actually ejected. And the same with this one. It is slided inside here, and what slides in can also slide out. And that is what happens. So they are pushing up and they are not held in. And that is the cause of this whole problem. So what I need to do is find a different construction for this, so this won't slide out anymore, or a whole different construction so the gears are held no matter what. And as yet I don't know how to do that. except for rigorous reconstruction, different than this one, more like something like this or like this, but not something that slides out so easily. But that is for another time. For now, I think that is one thing that should change. Another thing that is still waiting to be solved is a motor for the wrist pivot, because this can easily turn now, but I need a motor for it to be turned electrically, something like this, and way more easy the end of the arm. But as said, that is for the next episode. So for now, the focus stays still on reconstructing of the pivot gears. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider supporting the blog and videos by allowing advertisements in between the video segments. If you don't want to do that, please visit my website for another way of supporting by donating. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Again, thank you for watching, and to be continued.